So I had this dream last night. Actually, it was a nightmare. And let me preface this by saying I don't usually get scared of my nightmares anymore because I've mastered the ability to take control of my dreams and nightmares. I had one, long story short, without getting into too much detail, I had a nightmare. My last real scary nightmare was back in my early 20s, maybe late teens. And this particular nightmare showed me the way. Basically, it showed me how to consciously take control to the point where I could turn the tables on my antagonist, my assailant, and defeat him. Basically, it taught me that I can't be defeated in my own dreams and nightmares. So there's plenty of things, even in my dreams, I've gained consciousness sometimes and said, hey, I want to try to do this amazing feat. I want to fly or whatever. Sometimes I can even ask for the kind of dream I want. I can continue dreams, stuff like that. So my nightmares, I learned how to, defeat my assailant to the point where they're not even horror versions of dreams anymore. They're more like thrillers. It actually got to the point where I started looking forward to them because I have sleeping problems, and my dreams sometimes are kind of boring. My nightmares are fun and exciting and thrilling, kind of scary sometimes, but thrilling. So I can remember them. And then, if I can remember what I dreamt about, it's proof that I actually slept. So yeah, it got to the point where I actually was looking forward to my nightmares. But this one I had last night does not fall into that category. I don't ever want to experience this shit again. So I'm gonna try to explain it to you and get across to you the horror of it. I might not be able to put it into words in a way that you'll be able to feel it like I felt it when I woke up, but I'm gonna try my best. It was in the house that I live in on the third floor. That's my lair. Third floor is actually the creepiest floor of the house. It's cold and dark, but that's besides the point. In this dream, I was staying on the second floor. So I had taken a shower. It was late at night. Had the towel wrapped around my waist. I come down the steps, going down to the second floor, to the room that I was in. Now, why I'm on the second floor, who knows? We know dreams don't make sense half the time. Dreams, it'll just be random shit happening in dreams that don't add up. You could be, your girlfriend might look like your high school art teacher or something like that, right? And in the dream, you recognize this woman as your girlfriend, but, when you wake up, you'll be like, why did that girl look like my high school art teacher? What, you know what I'm saying? She might look I don't know, Caitlin Clark might be your girlfriend or something, right? Just for no reason, you know what I'm saying? So this is one of them things. I was staying in a room on the second floor. It probably was set up this way to add to the horror, to make it work, right? So at this point, I'm not thinking this is anything crazy going on, but the film in the dream did kind of change to I don't know if y'all saw the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre in the 70s, but it had this grainy, cloudy type of feel to it. It kind of clued me in that something strange was about to happen, right? So I'm going to the room, and this house is like I said, it's big and dark. It's a stone house, so it's actually cold, feeling wise, literally to your skin, and also aura wise. The feeling, it just feels cold and dark and creepy at night. So that's how it was, right? So I'm going into the room, and I hear somebody coming up the stairs, and they're saying something real loudly, but I can't make out the words. The words were unintelligible, which actually added to the creepiness of the scene. The best I can do in my imitation is the sound of something like coming up the stairs, right? This particular staircase next to this room is the creepiest staircase in the house because it's the darkest staircase, and it goes down to the kitchen. So he does it again. Now, at the end of his chanting, I'm gonna call it, it trailed off so he'll be like, so it was scary in the sense that it was weird and threatening sounding. Now my superhero Taji kicks in where I'm like, this is my nightmare. This, whatever this thing is, gonna have to get the hell out of here. So I go to the top of the stairs. I'm like, shut the hell up or I'm gonna drop kick your ass, right? So he starts again. Now I see at this point he's carrying a tray. He's carrying a tray up the stairs, but the way this staircase is set up is there's a window at the end of the staircase. Now usually in real life it's dark, but in this dream there's a moonlight shining through that window from that angle. So when light is shining to your back, it kind of creates a silhouette effect. In this dark staircase, the only thing I could see was this tray, and he had this tall cup or something on a tray. So for me, the only thing I could see was just it almost was like a tray floating up the stairs. The guy was carrying it, but I couldn't see anything but the tray. So I'm like, shut the hell up before I drop kick your ass. He goes, wah. So I just jump into superhero mode and fly down the stairs, feet first, right? Like a superhero. Like I said, I'm flying down the steps. These are my legs. I'm literally flying down the steps. Impact, bang, huge impact with the guy thing, whatever it is. and he disappears from sight. Now, the staircase goes down, then it makes a little short right, and there's like 3 or 4 steps to go down to the kitchen level. So you expected the thing would be sitting there at the floor at the bottom of the staircase. But no, he was not. He was sitting like, so if you make another right at the bottom, the refrigerator's there. So he was laying now like on his back to my right, basically. So I had to make another right. Now I'll be facing where he's laying, but he's laying feet first. There's another window in the kitchen that's facing where, facing that direction. So the only thing I see at this point is like the bottom of his feet, right? So I see the bottom of his feet like this on the ground, and I can't see what's behind him because, again, the silhouette effect is hiding the rest of his body. I just see the light shine on the bottom of his feet, if that makes sense. At this point, I start feeling weird because just my senses told me that this thing wasn't dead, or it wasn't knocked out or anything, that it was going to get up. And just the whole, you ever have like a nightmare of being in a situation where it just feels eerie and strange? It's like, I got to get out of this situation. You don't see anything happen necessarily. You don't see anything threaten. You just got a feeling. So that's how it was. And it started to get up. Now, it don't get up like a normal person would get up. It got up. A normal person would just, kind of get, especially if you got hit real hard, you're going to get up on your knees, use your hands, prop yourself up. It wasn't like that. He just rose up. And the way he rose up was like, so this is the body, this is where the feet is, this is where the head is. It just rose up like this, stiff. Now, I wanted to exit right there, but, the curiosity in me and the superhero version of me, coupled with the curiosity, had me like, let me see what's going on here. And now the moonlight is shining right on his face. The face was creepy as hell. First of all, the head was big and round. It was like the size of 3 or 4 human heads. And all I could see is the face. The body was just irrelevant at that point. He had a smile that kind of like a grin, I'll call it, that went like ear to ear, pretty much. Big, round head. And these eyes, these big eyes that were just empty, staring at me. Kind of like, like a stuffed animal, just emptiness behind the eyes. So when I woke myself up at that point, because it was like, when I saw that head, I was like, yo, I was just like, woke myself, like, what the f-? And I was literally in bed, like, saying to myself, like, what the fuck? It was like 4 a.m. I was like, what the fuck was that? And just a little tip here, like, if you record your dream right when you wake up, you remember it better. Like, if you write it down, or if you record it, like an audio thing on your phone, you remember it better. You don't forget it. Because oftentimes you just forget your dreams. I wanted to remember this face just so I could, like, tell the story back. So I went to my chat GPT and described the face, and it got a close rendition of what this face looked like. Actually, let me turn off the lights to make this look better, because it was dark and it was moonlight shining. So this is kind of what the face looked like. All right. So the face looked kind of like this. And I woke myself up immediately, yo. And I didn't want to go back to sleep because I felt like I had a feeling like that dream would continue. This creature had the look and feel of something that was put on earth just to terrorize me for the rest of my life. That's how it felt. I'm saying it wasn't like a fear of like something that's going to kill me immediately. It wasn't a fear of like seeing something that was gruesome. It was just a threatening fear, an eerie, odd type of fear, which in a way can be worse, kind of make me feel sick kind of fear. And I didn't want to go back to sleep because I felt like the dream would continue, and if it continued and I had to fight this thing, something told me that it wouldn't end like my other nightmares where I defeat the assailant. You know what I'm saying? It would end with me like pounding this thing at the most, and it just sitting there with that face, the same face, same big wide eyes with that threatening grin, and nothing happening, which is like torture, horror and torture at the same time. So anyway, I just wanted to tell y'all that. Happy Halloween. Or happy belated Halloween whenever y'all see this.